Hi everybody, Paul Cameron here from SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com, and I want to share two very important testimonials with you because I think if you watch both of these and then let me point out exactly why the specific experiences that both of these ladies went through in their careers are relevant to you, it will completely change your attitude and perspective about searching for a job and what's immediately possible for you. Whether you have any interest in signing up for SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com or not, please watch both of these interviews all the way through and then hear me out through the rest of the video because this video here can change your entire perspective on your job search. So first, let's meet Laura. How long had it been since you were last employed before starting SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com?
It was more than a year.
Here's the question that Laura wrote. I did not write this, just for the record here. Her words: most people are starting their retirement at your age. Anything else that was potentially a large issue that you were facing?
I had a termination in my past.
Okay, so on the interview topic, over the 90 days you were a member, how many interviews would you say you had gone on in comparison to prior?
During that time frame, I interviewed with 16 companies.
Now, prior to that,
I interviewed with no one.
Okay. Okay. A termination or potential age discrimination or a gap of employment or anything else.
Experience.
You can do this. Okay. I obviously edited that way down just to show you some of the main obstacles that she was facing. And if you want to watch the whole thing, there's a link on the screen where you can find that because we didn't even get to all the obstacles that she was facing in this quick video. So just to mention them quickly here, she had been out of work for more than a year. She hadn't gotten a single interview in more than a year. She was concerned about age discrimination. She had a termination in her past, and she was changing careers into something she hadn't had any experience doing in more than a decade. And by the way, she was also responsible for taking care of her parents during that same time, which is not easy, as I'm sure many of you can imagine. Now, let's check out some of the obstacles that Dahlia was facing, who I met at a networking meeting not too long ago, a little over a month ago, at the Jobs Driven Networking Group. I guess, Dahlia, tell me a little bit about your job search status at that point. Where were you in your job search?
I came with one question. If I go to interview, what I need to tell when I was terminated, how to explain this whole situation. This was my biggest problem.
Okay.
And when I came, you helped me, you directed what to tell, how to talk, everything.
But at that time, you were, as far as your job search situation, you had been terminated. What was your position?
Ultrasound technician.
Ultrasound technician at a hospital. You've got another potential challenge of English not being your first language.
Yes.
So trying to explain yourself can be a little bit more challenging. Potential age discrimination that's going on. So in Dahlia's case, she was also concerned about age discrimination, and she had a termination in her past. But think about that. She was an ultrasound technician at a hospital and was fired from that job. So regardless of the reason, you know how hard that would be to get a job at another hospital after a termination in that kind of a role? I mean, can you imagine? And what if English wasn't your first language like she had to deal with? So even if you did have a good reason, struggling to find the right words to say to explain yourself, I mean, wow. Now, I know what you're thinking. You must be thinking this is all a big setup to tell you how great SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com is, and that's not my point here at all. Please hear me out. What I want you to see here is that they have so many obstacles here. Look at all of the obstacles that they had sitting in front of them that you see on the screen here that we were just talking about. Any one of which could completely halt a job search, right? Of course. But I know many of you are not relating to their stories because this is not your situation, is it? Right? You might have one or two of these obstacles in your way at the most, if any, right? But that is my point. If you are not facing all of these obstacles, think how much faster and easier you could potentially land a job by not having to overcome all that. I mean, it simply comes down to bringing the right attitude to your obstacles and having the right information to overcome them. And once you realize that and you start breaking through some of these roadblocks, that's when it does make a difference that you don't have so many obstacles, that you're already so much farther down the road than they were when they started. And you can start making the path to your next job easier and faster than anyone else who has more to overcome. Unless, of course, those other people are Laura and Dahlia. Laura, even with her list of obstacles, having not gone on an interview in more than a year, within 90 days of the time she started her coaching through speedupmyjobsearch.com, Laura had 16 interviews and got 3 job offers and is now working at what she calls her dream job. And Dahlia, within 1 month of the time she sat down with me for some coaching, had 2 job offers, one of which was with another great hospital close to home, which she accepted. With the right attitude and direction, you can make anything happen, right? And these are just 2 of the stories from speedupmyjobsearch.com. And now I am going to tell you what this site can do for you. We had one woman who was looking for a job for more than 7 years, joined the monthly membership plan, no coaching at all, and on day 26 accepted an offer for a senior management position with a very nice salary. Another member hadn't worked in 11 years, landed in a little over 2 months. Another guy who was trying to figure out how to look for a job in another state while he still had a job in a senior executive job, so lots of time and attention needed for that. He used the exact LinkedIn emails I share in one of my blogs, the free blog on this site, landed in the job. I've had multiple people tell me that the thank you letter video alone is why they got the offer that they got. Having the right direction, a direction that is proven to be successful to get you through your obstacles, will get you through them faster. It just will. And I'll tell you, at the time of this recording right now, we recently added a private member forum, so you can actually network with the other members of the site confidentially from home, getting accountability, post your resume, getting feedback on your resume, asking questions, sharing leads, getting coaching directly from me in the forum, and reading the coaching that I've given others in that forum. I'm in those forums walking you through step by step how to do this. And none of the people in any of these examples that I just shared ever saw the forum when they were members. I just added it. All their successes that they had came from the video instruction alone. Plus, we have thousands of live jobs that you can apply to on the job board. And you'll have access to recruiters, to my peers, who will be advocating for you with all of our clients who are interested in your background. The most important question you need to be asking yourself right now is, are you focused on your obstacles, or are you focused on finding a solution to help you overcome those obstacles to get to your next job? It's time to make the decision that you can do this and get back to work. SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com can help. It's time. And then you can be the inspiring story that helps the next person do what they need to do. Look through all the options that we have, sign up for the one that makes sense for you, and get back to work. It's time.
You changed the course of my life.
Wow.
I didn't think that I'd ever be here, but because of you,
Wow.
I am.
Wow. Sincerely, thank you.
I am very thankful to you that you let Lori to help me, because you teach her and she helped me.
Wonderful.
Because this your school. I tell your school.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.